afternoon. This is Gino show, and I want you to understand that before I introduce you my guest, a lovely name she has. Her name is Elizabeth. Not in a few seconds, she will probably tell me a story. I hope. Huh? Nevertheless, what I'm going to tell you to my public and to the people that are kind enough to listen to Gino's show, I hope everybody is well. And if they need to be vaccinated, take advantage of it. It's not going to hurt you. 1 and 2, just to be safe, so you don't have to worry about getting sick. And wash your hands if you have the opportunity, and keep your mask on. And then when you go to eat in a restaurant, just don't stay home because you can't go anywhere. Just enjoy yourself. Go outside, put a mask. You want to go to a restaurant, put the mask on. When you sit down, you're 6 feet away from everybody else, so you can take the mask and start eating. That way your life will be normal. Okay. The reason I'm saying all this because I'm at the Board of Health, and I want to make sure they are proud of me. You know, sometimes you need that. But now I will introduce you Elizabeth, and she will tell me a nice story. She works in Littleton, Massachusetts, my town. Thank you. Okay, Elizabeth, tell me your story.
Thanks, Gino. I was really excited when you asked me to be on the show today because I know you are a big supporter of where I work, the town of Littleton, the Elder and Human Services Department. I see you all the time there, and you've been such you and your wife, a great support for us. If you're out there listening and you've never heard of the Elder and Human Services Department, we are a fully functioning human services, social services agency within a municipality. So we are the senior center. We are human services and social services. We help everyone, all ages in the town, from senior citizens all the way down to families with small children. We are the place you can go if you need any assistance. The Elder and Human Services Department is something that I am really, really proud of, and I think Littleton should be really proud of because it's a really unique department. Most towns have a senior center with a senior center director, or they have a family and youth services department that is a separate entity. But we're lucky enough in Littleton where it's together. So we have a team of folks working together to support families in the entire community. You can come to us for anything. If you are a senior living in town and you're having trouble affording your heating bills, you can come to us and we'll point you in the right direction, help you fill out the applications that you need to get some relief. If you are a single mom working in town and your child is signing up for sports and can't afford the sports equipment, you can give us a call because we will be able to find some resources to help you afford those things.
This is only for Littleton at the moment.
Littleton at the moment, yes.
Thank you.
What's good though is most other towns in our area have similar departments. So even if you're outside of Littleton,
you can get in touch with them.
You can give us a call and we'll point you in the right direction.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. I'm a wholehearted subscriber of the theory of no wrong door. And that means we're never going to say, if you call us and ask us a question, Gino, we're never going to say, sorry, we're Littleton, we can't help you, or sorry, we don't know the answer to that. We're going to say, you know what, I don't have that information right now, but I will find it and get back to you. Or I know just the person you need to talk to, let me give you that information. So no one should ever be afraid to give us a call and ask a question. There's no question too small, too big, too out there. We're here to help everyone.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really something special.
How long have you been there? How long
have I worked there? Yeah. That's a great question. So I worked here for just over 2.5 years recently, and then I went and explored another opportunity. And I came back, and this is my 12th day on the job again. So I'm so thrilled to be back here.
I'm sure the people in Littleton are very happy to see you back.
I've had such a warm welcome. I can't thank the residents enough, and I miss seeing you too, Gino.
See, what happened is you're trying to be nice to everybody, and everybody will love you.
Yes.
You know, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's nice.
And if you'll allow me the opportunity, I'd love to circle back and talk about what you were mentioning when you opened your show here today, is the vaccinations. And the great news came out that I think it was 99% of Massachusetts elders are vaccinated, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really incredible. And
we are
the
very
Board of
lucky.
Health is
Yeah.
to thank for helping
Thank you.
make that happen. So I just want to put it out there. If you're somebody in town who is hesitant to receive the vaccine, you've heard a lot of information out there. There's so many different news sources or media that will tell you different things. But if you have a question or you're concerned, reach out to somebody you trust. Reach out to Gino, call my department, talk to your doctor. Find a trusted messenger to help give you the accurate information and help you make a decision.
That is true.
The past 18 months have been really scary for a lot of people.
It is, yeah.
It's been isolating. It's been really, really hard on families and seniors alike. And I just want to encourage everyone to reach out. And if you have a question or a hesitancy or anything, if you're just struggling coming back into life again, just give us a call, reach out.
Yeah. So many people with the pandemic. I'm glad it only comes one every 100 years. We had the polio, we had so many other things. And people don't understand, they should not be afraid to get vaccinated because we are very lucky in this country. You can have the option to get vaccinated and to protect not only yourself, but protecting others.
That's so true.
Because it's 100 million people in this country. They are not vaccinated yet.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I know we're over 330 million, but the question is, we're only trying to help people. And I hope people have no fears. And then they feel comfortable. And the worst thing is that some people maintain isolation, which is the worst thing you can do to yourself. You got to be active, walk, see people, get involved in different activity, or just volunteer. I'm not bragging, but the reason that my friend says, Gino says, I can't believe it, says, how old are you, Gino? I'm telling you a lie, okay? I lie. I'm only 33. He said, boy, you're very energetic. But the reason is because in my life, I'm always active. I used to work 14 hours a day when I was in construction. And I'm still working, practically helping people in different directions. I bring food for the people, for the seniors or the young people, whatever. I don't tell their name. They trust me. And if you can do that, volunteer, your life will be longer. You don't have to worry about staying home and watch the news all day long. Some of the news are not even real. They're just yak. We tell the truth, right?
Yes.
Be active. And this
Absolutely.
young lady, she can give you so many different tips. I understand in Rotary, you mentioned about trying to help the seniors to make sure in the wintertime, they don't fall. Tell me that story a little bit.
Sure. So I went to the Rotary with you this morning, and I presented a project that I've seen other communities do, and it's been really, really successful. It's called Sand for Seniors. It's where, to prevent falls in the wintertime, we provide, as a community and the Rotary together, buckets of sand and ice melt product right to a senior's door. And there's qualifications. You either had to be financially eligible or physically unable to lift a heavy bucket of ice melt product, because those can get very, very heavy. So we're trying to get that project off the ground and see if we can get it rolled out maybe in November. And for our Littleton residents, deliver this product right to your door, so there's no slip and falls on your front steps, on your driveway, when you're walking to your car. You want to make sure your front steps are clear for when, say, if you have a Meals on Wheels driver or grandchildren coming to visit.
They don't have to slip, But you are correct, it's sand, and also what I use is not only salt. I use the chemical thing, the white thing, and that is much safer for the simple reason that it does not corrode the cement or the bricks. If you have salt, it slowly will destroy the concrete and everything. So if they can afford it, they could buy something like that,
Yeah.
and they can pick up with they can even pick up with a bucket or a what would you call it, like even a cup. They can pick it up and put it on a plate and then spread it out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's what I do in the wintertime. And so far the concrete is safe and it's not deteriorating.
Yeah.
And the bricks on the walk that way, and it really helps when you're walking, and especially for the seniors. I mean, anybody can fall down.
Oh, yeah.
But the seniors, when they fall down, it's not like a young kid fall down and gets up and run.
Yeah.
Sometimes they need help to be picked up.
Yeah.
And they're very, very, when it's icy, it's very dangerous. I understand that I personally, when in the wintertime, I walk on the ice, I buy something. I don't know if you ever see those.
Yeah. The
metal.
Yep.
The metal, you put it in your shoe, and then when you don't use it, you take it off, and you don't slide. Because one time, accidentally, I said, "Oh, it's not ice there." I went outside and on the porch, I was almost falling down, and
Oh, no.
I was fast enough to grab myself,
Yeah.
and I didn't fall. But then I went inside and I put that thing on it, and it's made out of metal. You know what I mean?
I think one brand name that sells those is called Yak Tracks.
Yak Track.
And our department can help you,
You can
find those.
You can mention that because it's very important, because putting the salt, the sand or the chemical material or salt, whatever, and you have that stuff on it, I have it. Every winter I put it on.
That's so smart.
And it really helps you out.
For sure. I mentioned to the Rotary this morning that 36 million people over the age of 65
fall
fall
down.
Every year.
Yeah, I know.
Every year. 1 in 4.
We don't need
it.
it. We don't need that. We don't need that. People that get to a certain age, they have to enjoy their age without going to the doctor, say, "Oh, I broke my arm," or my
Yeah, your hip.
Your hip.
Falls are the main cause of hip fractures.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so that's really nice what you say to the individual or to the whatever you get in touch with more than one person, right? You explain them the safety. That's a beautiful. See, she gives you a good idea. You don't have to go to a psychiatrist to listen to this. You have a half psychiatrist here, and don't look at me because I only trying to use common sense. I just don't want to break anything. I make you laugh.
I know you do. You're funny, Gino.
But this is very nice what you're doing to help the seniors, really. And what else you do for the seniors?
Sure. We have activities and programs to keep people engaged socially and get them out of the house, get folks out of the house. So we had a wonderful barbecue yesterday that Senator Eldridge and Representative Jamie Arciero.
I wanted to be there, but I was helping my sister.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm putting a roof.
Yeah.
So my wife told me that people miss me there.
They did.
I can't believe it.
They did. It was
I'm
a great
nobody. I'm just asking.
But I also, I was thinking earlier, you mentioned volunteering. And there's a lot of folks out there who say, you know what, I'm not a senior. I'm not going to go to the senior center. I'm not going to participate in the yoga or the stretch and flex class or the art group. I'm not going to participate in that because I'm not a senior. But if you're at home and you're retired and you're looking for something to do, come volunteer with us. You know what? We're always looking for help. We need help answering the phones. We need help on our boards and committees. We need help with fundraising. There's all sorts of different ways that you can get involved.
And that's good for your for your memory too. I understand that without mentioning any name because people trust me. The question is, if you don't have any activity, you forget your neighbor's name. And this happened to my wife. I don't remember your name. And it's because they isolate themselves and they stay home. Like that beautiful suggestion that you give, get it active. Come and help a little bit, even if it's only 2 or 3 hours. So you connect with other individual.
Right.
That's health. You neglect yourself, then you isolating yourself, and before you know, you won't even remember your own name.
Right. I mean, they're
so that's beautiful to be active.
Yeah, come participate with us, come volunteer with us. We're looking for van drivers, so if you're still in the job market, come drive a van for us. There's lots of ways to get involved.
Absolutely. So much.
Absolutely.
How many vans we have in Littleton?
We have 3 vans in Littleton. We are currently running our van system Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We are short 3 van drivers because there is a driver shortage. You've probably seen on the news lately that they had the National Guard come in to start driving the school buses. It's very, very true. It's very difficult to find drivers right now. And we get people to their doctor's appointments, their dialysis appointments, to the grocery store, the post office. We get folks all over town. So it's been a challenge.
What a nice small town we have, you know. They're trying to help the elderly and also to make the children happy. We have so many different activities. Am I correct?
Yes.
The children they play soccer, they play football.
Yeah.
They really enjoy themselves. And I like to see the seniors someday, maybe the senior will be able to get together in a larger area. Maybe we can call a senior center or whatever they wanted to call it. The question is trying to get together so they can play cards, you know, read the newspaper, be with somebody in the area, and they are neighbors. You know, probably they haven't seen them for so long. When you retire, trying to get involved, and I suggest that you get in touch with this young lady, and I repeat, her name is Elisabetta. It's a beautiful name.
Or you can call me Liz.
Liz.
Elizabeth Liz.
I'm from Italy. I like to pronounce the full name.
It sounds better when you say it.
It sounds better. Okay. Thank you. It's really beautiful what you're doing. And you have anybody to help you in your office?
Yes, we're very lucky that we have Amy DeMichael, our outreach coordinator, who does a lot of the hands-on, boots on the ground work. We have Nicole Sarvella, who's our assistant director, who does a lot of the programming. She also is in charge of our Coalition Against Addiction, so she's helping people with substance abuse issues. And we have Susan Raymond, who is our administrative assistant, who makes the magic happen in the office, getting things scheduled, programmed, bills paid. She gets it done. We're so lucky. And we have great van drivers. We have Neil Campbell and Rich Kent, who are just so dedicated. They've been van drivers for so long.
And also we are very lucky that the library is finished. Am I correct? Pretty soon it's going to be open.
Oh, that's a beautiful building.
So the seniors might have the opportunity to go to a bigger area than the previous library. Now they can drive, or somebody can drive in there. They can go to the library. Do you mention to them that too? Because that's very important. We are very lucky to have such a beautiful building.
Oh goodness, if you are in the Littleton area, you have to drive by behind the town hall. The Reuben Hoare Library is almost finished. It's a gorgeous building, it's huge. I had an opportunity to tour the inside, and it is beautiful, just phenomenal. Floor to ceiling windows, great view. It's going to be a spot that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy spending time. There's going to be rooms, like community type rooms in there that you can hold meetings and programs. And I just really am looking forward to seeing what becomes of that.
You mentioned that when you have your speech or something, let them know the library will be pretty soon open, and so they can enjoy the activity, whatever they like to do, you know. So you got to try to make sure that the seniors are busy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Especially when they're alone. You know, if they're husband and wife, you know what I mean?
Yes.
They can go together, or sometimes the wife can go by herself, but at least they have company when they're alone. And I notice I have quite a few friends that are alone, and I tell them to get involved. So far they listen to me. They get involved in different activity, especially when the library now be open. They can go and browse around and get a book and read it, or take it home. You know what I mean? That's fantastic. And someday we might have a senior center, right? We will. I can close my eyes and envision it right there beside the new library. We're so close, Gino. It's going to happen. I'll take your word for it. I'll take her word for it. It's going to happen. Okay. We're going to do this, and we're going to do it together. Anything else you want to say? Tell me something else. Well, I did want to just mention out there, because, you know, I watched the town meeting that recently happened in, what was it, May? Yes.
Yeah. And I was listening to the conversation about the senior center, and there were some folks who got up and spoke in support of it and had questions about it because they were going for feasibility study money. And somebody said, you know, that they didn't know what would be there for them. So I wanted to mention that, are you familiar with the term a sandwich generation, a sandwich caregiver?
Yes.
So I'm 100% one of those sandwich generation caregivers. I have 2 toddlers at home. I have 2 parents that I help care for. My dad's 86. God bless him. He is
and you
active, incredible.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as he's active, you're right.
Oh, he has stayed active up until the pandemic hit. He was walking almost 2 miles a day.
That's beautiful.
And my mom.
Most people should do that. Most people should do that.
Yeah, to his volunteer job, no less.
Yes.
So he stayed very active, and my mom is recovering from a stroke from 5 years ago.
Beautiful.
So I'm definitely one of those sandwich generation caregivers. So if somebody's out there in the community and in a similar situation, I know there's a lot of folks out there who are caregiving for their parents or an aunt or an uncle or a neighbor even. We've heard of that a lot recently. There is so much help out there that if I wasn't in this profession, I would have no idea that it was available there. I wouldn't know about Meals on Wheels. I wouldn't know about having a state subsidized homemaker, personal care worker go into my parents' house and help them keep things running
Couple
smoothly.
days a week or something like that.
Going grocery shopping for them.
Because they can't do it by themselves.
Right.
And that's why there's something. So they're so proud. The elderly, not like children, they cry when they want something. The elderly, they keep quiet.
Right.
They're very, they don't want to tell anybody their problem. And that is not right. They should speak. I says, is there anything you can do for us? We, as you mentioned, get them to shopping and some activity or just get involved. It's very important for the seniors,
It
very
is.
important.
There's so many things you don't think about doing that you don't really notice it until all of a sudden you can't do it. Like opening a jar with a can opener, and if you have arthritis, there's so many things to think about as a caregiver. So if you're somebody out there who needs a little support or wants to learn about more resources to help your parents, family members, neighbor age in place, because that's the main goal for a lot of people. They want to stay in their homes. There's a lot out there that can help you make this a little bit easier. I mean, it's by no stretch of the imagination easy to be a caregiver, but
that's beautiful.
There's a lot of resources out there that can help make it a little better.
This is, I'm sure, not only in a small town, it's also in a big city.
Yeah.
So because there's also seniors in the big city.
Right.
And everybody needs a little bit of help, and especially people when they retire, they have no other activity.
Right.
They work all their life. They, some have some hobby, but not everybody.
Right.
So they have to compensate. Give them something to do.
That's true.
Help them.
And we find that a lot of seniors, their children have moved away. They're in Chicago. They're in San Francisco. They're up in Maine somewhere. We can help your kids even if they don't live in town. We can help them come up with some sort of schedule or plan, or if you happen to be a family member watching this, absolutely, give us a call. Call the Elder and Human Services Department in Littleton.
Right.
Should I say the phone number?
Yeah.
For Elder and Human Services, it's 978-540-2470. Just give us a call. We're open Monday to Friday, and we'd be happy to help you set up any sort of care plan, resource package, anything that will make this part of your life a little smoother.
That's really beautiful. Really, I'm proud of you, what you're doing.
Thanks, Gino.
And
it's not just me.
And we also have any call, maybe sometimes she will call me, and maybe I'll bring her back here so she can tell me. I know she's always helping somebody. I know that. Yeah, she's always helping somebody.
Oh, yeah.
And anything else you'd like to tell me? You
got
to get something.
I have so much to tell you, Gino.
Tell me.
So just going back to Amy coming, our outreach worker, I would have loved it if she was able to come today. So I mentioned that she can help families and people of all ages, but it's not just like applications and food stamps and things like that. It's all of the oddball things too that you might need help with. If, say, you have a pet and your pet gets sick
I got
There in Littleton, we have a community fund to help pay vet bills or pet expenses. So if you're somebody out there and you need help with your pet, you can even call us. If you need some sort of home repair, say
You can't afford to do it.
you can't afford to do it,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
lock on your back door is
Right,
stuck, you can't
right.
open it.
I got it.
Things like that, we can help out. We can get those
Continue,
little
continue.
projects
Tell me
done.
more, tell me
Oh my
more.
goodness.
Tell me more.
There's just so much, Gino.
Go ahead. Tell me.
I mean, if you have a car and your car is broken down, we can
Yeah.
help get the resources to get it back on the road if you need to get to work. And you need childcare. There's even a childcare subsidy that we can connect you with right now.
That's beautiful.
I
People are so
know.
proud, you know. But that's
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
why they give you an opportunity. They call and they don't have to say anything. Just say they have a problem.
Yeah, you can
That's
just you can call us and just tell us your life situation.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll be like, hey, have you heard of this or this? And
Right.
you know what? Let me give you the information about this program or resource. And
Tell me all the
Yeah.
program you got.
oh my God,
Yeah.
sure.
You're helping other people, honey. You gotta
I
you gotta
know.
explain to the public, you know?
Yeah. So I mentioned food stamps, but the average person in this town receives about $120 in food stamps a month. If you're a single person,
Yeah.
that's a decent amount of assistance.
Yeah,
So
because one individual, yeah.
yeah, $120-ish depending on your circumstances, and
Yeah,
even if
yeah.
you've applied in the past and didn't qualify for whatever
Yeah, you
reason.
might call it for the second time.
You might, yeah. You could give us a
Yeah.
call. Amy's great with doing the medical paperwork
Oh,
and
that's good. Yeah.
your medical expenses to see if you qualify. We have a rental assistance program. So if you're living in
a rental apartment.
apartment, we can help you pay your rent. There's a emergency mortgage assistance program to help you pay for your mortgage. I mean, I could sit here all afternoon and talk about all the different programs.
No, you tell me more.
You gotta call us. You have to call us.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
There's
I
just-
understand. That's beautiful.
just
That's
so much.
that's what the town obligation is, to help other people. You know, sometimes they're too shy, and sometimes they're too proud themselves,
Right.
and sometimes they don't even want to bother anybody because they figure it's only a temporary, yeah, and then they starve.
Oh yeah. Oh, we'd never want that to happen.
Yeah.
So that actually reminds me of something. So being a small town, if you are, say you notice your neighbor hasn't been coming outside as often,
Why
or
is
you
not?
don't see their car leave the
Right,
driveway
right,
as
right.
much. If you're concerned about them,
Just go and knock on the door,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Or if you're shy or
Yeah.
you don't want to intrude, just tell us the address or the name. You know what? We can take it from there, and we can be the ones who do the wellness check or check in and just completely anonymously say, hey, we're from the Elder and Human Services Department. We're from the Senior Center. Just want to check in. Did you know we have this? I'd love to drop off this emergency kit to you. Just get a foot in the door to see how people are doing and lay eyes on the situation. So even if you just have like a gut feeling that something isn't right with your neighbor and you can't get in contact with them, I mean, if it's serious, you should always call the police for a wellness check. But if you know they're there and okay, health-wise, you can call us to put eyes on the social service.
You're right, because if there's only one
situation.
individual in that particular apartment or home,
Right.
he probably can't even call anybody because maybe he fainted or maybe he doesn't feel well. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
So that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to thank the public that has the opportunity to watch the Gino show. And I hope my associate here, they won't get upset because we took a little extra. And I wanted to say thank you, Richard. Thank you so much for watching Gino's show. I hope you enjoy it.
Bye.